Hey, so I want to go over your check-in real quick, which I love going over these. Each week they're going to change with some answers, and a lot of the answers might be the same. But it's super insightful for me to connect with you on these things, and for you to visually recognize these things as well and have them as reminders. Okay, your energy levels seem better. I know you have a lot of life stressors right now, which we will always have, but learning how to cope with them better is key. And not putting so much pressure on ourselves and just doing our best. Okay, so level 7 out of hunger levels is good. You want to be a little hungry, but not painfully hungry or, super, super full. So actually a 7 is pretty good on average with being how full you are. Okay. And now we're working on sleep. So that can be a weekly thing to be more conscious of. Even if you're getting 2 more hours of sleep a night, it's huge. But the more conscious and aware we are of things, that is the key to doing better and making progress. More self-awareness. Okay, so tracking food in our food logs can be really annoying. I personally hate tracking, but sometimes I will even, eventually you won't have to track anymore. It's just something you'll do in the beginning phases of training, so you can learn how to never have to do that again, and it will enable you to never have to track food again, because as you go through your day, you're going to know where you're at, and it's ballpark. It's not exact, but that ballpark consistency of being around where you're supposed to be is going to be key to progress. So, for example, if you had a high-fat, high-carb, high-calorie breakfast, you're obviously not going to do that for lunch and dinner. But if you had a lower-calorie breakfast, you know that you can fit in some higher calorie and higher fats during your lunch, and moderate for your dinner. So getting that intuition and that knowledge behind it, that sense of how to navigate your day, is what we're trying to learn. But even if you track just your breakfast for the day, it'll give you a good idea of how to navigate the rest of your day. Or even if you know what you're going to have for dinner, and you can plug that in, and then you know how to navigate your day up until that and what you have left with your macros. But logging every day is going to get monotonously annoying. So maybe choose 2 days of the week that you want to write everything down and plug into your tracking app. And then really go all in 100% with accuracy with those 2 days, instead of giving 30% on the other days that you track. Say you're tracking 5 days a week, but you're only being about 30-40% accurate, and doing 2 days of giving more accuracy and 100% is going to be more beneficial. So let's try to aim at that instead. Okay, you're definitely feeling stronger. Oh my gosh. So you're definitely feeling stronger. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Go. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. I really don't want to start this over. Okay, the joys of working from home. But anyways, I will make this as quick as I can. Sorry about that. So, what was I saying? Okay, so I know you're feeling stronger, and I know that you've been Lifting some good weights, getting more movement and cardio in, getting your resistance in, which is awesome. Great job with that. Ooh, yeah, you got a lot of exciting and stressful things going on all at once. But that's just this phase. Right now, it'll, be that way, but it won't always be that way. Awesome that your clothes are feeling better. Super awesome. So even if your weight is kind of coasting at the same level, like the same bracket, that's totally fine. You have lost weight, but maybe your weight will stay the same for a hot minute, but you're still going to see body compositional changes, meaning you're going to be leaning out and losing inches as you're gaining more muscle mass, and simultaneously losing fat, but your weight might coast and be the same even though you're still leaning out. So don't get too hung up on the scale if you start to plateau, because you're not actually plateauing. And if you are plateauing, I will make sure to know if you are, based on the lack of exercise, if that happens in your macros, but you'll be fine. Okay. Awesome. Yeah, so obviously you're adjusting to a lot of new things. The time blocking module will help so much. Like doing these type of exercises, like a time blocking module sheet is, it's like, I roll, like, I don't want to do this, but it helps so much and it really will make a difference. Even if it's like the slightest difference in your week, the time blocking module will help. Just with getting a little bit more organized, with fitting in a few more things or rearranging where you fit them in, it's going to help. Yeah, the boxing is awesome. Love it. All right. I'm so happy to see this. Great job with getting in literally your gratitude sheets, your check-ins, your food logs. You're doing awesome. Keep it up. And we'll talk soon. Always let me know if you have any questions. But I just want to say you're doing great. And we'll talk soon.